Hello, everybody. All right, time for some wing ribs. Um, this is only a 6-minute video because 80% of the work in this section is deburring. It's a monumental task. Yeah. So, anyways, if I had to add it all up, it was at least 60, 70 hours of just deburring wing ribs, which is probably more than necessary, but to each their own. Um, yeah, so, anyways, I labeled all the wing ribs, starting with the left wing, and then numbered them 1 through 14, and then turned right back around and did the same thing for the right wing. Just making sure that if it was depicted as a 1010L, then it needed to be a 1010R for the right wing. And then sometimes you have some 1011Ls in the right wing and vice versa. So you got to be really careful. I don't know. I've already done the flaps and the ailerons, so I feel like I have a decent amount of practice figuring out the reverse of everything, and yet still it can throw me off. So yeah. Anyways, there's the flap hinge. You match drill that. Oh, there I'm grinding off a flange, and you got to make sure that that flange curves to a 90, and they want you to keep that 90 curve and only take off the flat part of the flange. So you got to be a little bit careful there. Here you're supposed to match drill everything. I'm looking at it and going, why on earth would I do that? Because it's all final sized. And as everybody knows, vans first came out where you had to match drill everything, and the plans have not been revised for final size. Right here, though, I am drilling the bolt holes for the ribs. And then now everything is primered up, and I'm riveting on the flap hinges. And it has a little doubler plate to it. So yeah. Anyways, after this, you're just you go right on to attaching them to the wing spar. So called my buddy Mike, and that's because the ribs, and again, these are 470 rivets, so it doesn't matter. Stick them in however you want to. None of it matters. But me personally, and like a lot of people say, if you can, you want the shop head, the rivet head on the thinnest part of the material. So of course the spar is going to be the thickest, the ribs are going to be the thinner, and so in order for me to accurately be able to rivet these, I wanted Mike on the other side with a bucking bar, because you needed a slightly offset rivet set, and so just to be able to make this work, that was the most simplest way to ensure that I was going to get good rivets too. Yeah. So that all came out pretty good. They have you rivet on the fourth and third rib, but not the first and second, counting inboard, because you just wouldn't be able to access them until you slowly stack them on together. So one spar done. Here's another. For whatever reason, the plans, well, I know the reason, but the plans say don't rivet on the furthest outboard rib, but they do say to cleco it on, specifically to cleco it on. I have no idea. It makes, to me right now, it makes no difference, but just like everything else in life, I just do what I'm told. To note, though, the most inboard rib, I did not rivet on the aileron bell crank, because I saw a lot of people write up saying if you do that, it's very, very hard to rivet the rib onto the spar. So wait until it's onto the spar. So I thought, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense looking at the part. The problem with that is that aileron bell crank has a piece of angle aluminum, and on both sides of the angle aluminum are the rivet holes, and they line up just so that then it becomes hard to get it onto the rib. And right here at the end, you will see Mike and I trying to get those riveted on, and that kind of becomes a pain. I still agree with the way that we did it, but it's tough no matter how you do it, in my opinion. Here we are riveting on those bell cranks. But anyways, my 2 cents, it really doesn't matter how you do it. It's really tough. Yeah. Anyways, see y'all in the next one.